Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of About the Mafia TV. It's been a while. I know it's been a while, but now we're going to get back to bringing you the news and latest developments in video format. So let's get into today's video. So I covered this topic on my channel before, having to do with the church's connection to the Mafia. That was a recent video that I did. There was another current development going on. Archbishop Domenico Battaglia said the following quote: "They are killing Naples, they being the Camorra. The trail of blood that is crossing the city these days, causing death to young lives and terror and anguish to entire neighborhoods, streets, families, cannot leave us indifferent." Now, this statement comes from after quite a few events that took place recently. On October 9th, a 19-year-old child was killed. I say child because that's very young. And then a 23-year-old man was also killed last week. And these are being looked at, these victims, their connections to the Camorra are being analyzed at this time. Now, another event that happened over the weekend was armed robbers busting into a pizzeria in Naples and, pointing their guns around, trying to, try to bust the place out. And they were pointing their guns at families eating dinner, including young children. Now, in my previous video that I did on my channel with the Catholic Church relationships to the Mafia, basically, the Pope came out and said that, anyone who joins that life automatically excommunicated from the Catholic Church, right? And this just kind of supports this. The Archbishop said they are killing Naples. The Camorra and the underworld are killing it with the violence and cruelty of those who have forgotten that they are human. And basically what he's saying with the rest of his statement is that he blames this on the people, the citizens, right? They're not taking a big enough stand against this violence. And, this is a recurring problem of these violent incidents in Naples, and nobody's taking a stand for it. And this kind of segues into what I want to talk about mainly for this video, which is children in the Camorra, right? How does that relationship start? How are they grooming these children for a life in the Camorra? And from what it looks like, this is a huge issue in Naples, right? And this is where a lot of the problems that they see today stem from, is the children being recruited. And this whole idea isn't a secret, right? We see this in TVs and cinema, right? The first show that comes to mind, Camorra, right? My personal favorite TV show of all time, and I used to be a Sopranos number one fan. And, Camorra takes the cake, in my opinion. And I think I'm going to do a video on that. I think I'm going to review those two shows on this channel. Let me know if you want that in the comments. But we see it in these films, in these movies, right? Kids getting on the little mopeds in Naples, driving around, shooting the buildings up. And that's supposed to be a sign of, taking over the territory or whatever. And so this is not a secret, right? This has been an issue for quite some time. Now, the government in Italy thinks that schooling is the main issue for this. According to the humanitarian organization titled Save the Children, they say that 18% of children in Naples drop out of school without physically leaving school. So I think that just means, you're in the classroom going through the motions, not retaining any of the information, not doing the homeworks, the quizzes, tests, etc., right? And 27.5% live in poverty, right? So if they're not retaining this information in school, and they're not going to be able to apply this knowledge to a career down the road, where are they going to go? Or what's right there? The Camorra, which is all around the neighborhood, right? And the government supposedly is working on a plan to help reduce the number of early school leavers. But, I mean, how long have they been at this for, right? Like I said before, it's no secret that the children are being groomed and brought into this life. How long is it going to take for them to figure this out? A local priest in Naples said, here there are 70,000 people living in 5 square kilometers without a single nursery or junior school. And there's a secondary school ranked the second worst in the country. Where are the young going to end up, apart from in the clutches of the Camorra? My family's from Naples. I love Italy. I love my origins being from Naples. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. Naples is not a great place to grow up, right? When you live in a city or an area where organized crime is probably the best factor of economic growth that the city has to offer, there's a problem there, right? Why would you not want to go into Camorra, right? Why would you not want to join the organization or the company or join the industry that has the highest growth in your current territory, right? Why would you go anywhere else, right? These kids and teenagers are operating with no rules, right? They're essentially, they're not entrepreneurs, but they operate, on their own time, right? They're not in a structure like they are at a school or a desk job somewhere else. I mean, what does the city have to offer? And I think that's the main issue why these children are getting sucked up into this violent lifestyle. With this information, I believe fixing the city, right? Fixing the territory directly correlates to improving the situation with the Camorra. Like I said before, the environment is what is destroying these kids, right? They don't have other options, right? Their schooling sucks, right? Their social life sucks, right? Their economy sucks. Where are they going to go? The most thriving industry, which happens to be organized crime. These organized criminals are recruiting kids in extremely innovative ways, right? TikTok. Literally, I have an article up right now. It says the Italian Mafia is on TikTok. That's great, right? So organized crimes officials are using this Chinese piece of crap app to recruit these kids into a life of disparity and sadness and depression and a life that just doesn't go anywhere, right? It's temporary. Everything is temporary in this life. You get the money, women, this is all temporary, and they're going to the kids and they're finding the demographics. TikTok, right? Huge with teenagers, right? Absolutely ginormous, and they're posting videos with motivational songs and badass songs to go along with it. You got the guns on the table, the money. The Mexican organizations are doing this as well, right? This is a huge problem, especially when we start getting into how easy it is to infiltrate the demographic. So we got one, fix Naples. Good luck with that. And now we got two, cleanse TikTok. You think the Chinese, this is their first priority? Absolutely not. This is not their first priority. Okay, they're focusing on collecting our data and all that, but that's a story for another day. But this is going on for too long, and this started last year. This whole these cartels and these organized crime groups on the TikTok app. But I'm not saying get rid of TikTok. I'm not sure if that's the solution, but there needs to be more maintenance, right? They need to be on this stuff, right? I still see it today. This stuff is still on there, right? Where's the action? What's being done about this? So this is obviously not a concern or a main concern for apps like TikTok and these other tech giants. And this can be said for Twitter, Facebook, and all these other social media apps. Okay, everybody, that just about does it for today's shorter video. Just trying to get me back into the swing of things for YouTube, but I get very passionate about this subject because I believe that instilling correct mindsets into children, whether it's avoiding organized crime, whether it's business, whether it's music, or working out, whatever, instilling proper mindsets into these children is unbelievably important, as that sets the foundation for them growing up later on in life. I'm working on getting more interview guests. I'm trying to work my way up the tier ladder as I interview more people, but I'm still working on that. Comment below on what types of content you'd like to see from this channel, and talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.